I've noticed that on Twitter you are talking a lot about lots of crazy things. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I'm very serious about Twitter because I have some companions. I'm not quite sure where they came from, but the first companion was a snowman. And I had conversations with Snowman, but he got very sad because Snowman melted. And I noticed that after Snowman had melted, there was No Man. And No Man's very interesting because he's interested in things not being there. So, for example, we just a moment ago were sitting round a chair with nobody on it. That's something No Man would have been very interested in. Who is not on the chair? And then No Man's got some other companions. In some schools they have smiley faces. Children are rewarded with a smiley face. But then what happened was that a smiley face escaped from a school because he didn't want to be a smiley face, being wrapped up in this reward system. So smiley face escaped. So now I've got smiley face and I've got No Man. And then I was standing on a station, Victoria Station, and it was called Bangers Brothers. It was a place that sells sausages, and I looked up and it said Guest Sausage. And I thought, Guest Sausage? What a character. Guest Sausage? Well, Guest Sausage is an asylum-seeking miner. He's a young chap who's got into the country and he isn't even of age, so he's an asylum seeker. So I've got Guest Sausage and I've got No Man. And I've got Smiley Face who's fighting against the tyranny of smiley faces. And Guest Sausage, he's learning English and he's going to school, and so he's interested. And then along came the pub sign from over the road, the pub sign of the Prince George. And the Prince George, well, he's a bit offensive. He's not just a patriot, he's an English patriot. He can't stand anything that's not English. So Scots, I mean, you know, he either wants to make them English or they don't exist. He's worse than a patriot. So he's really my enemy, Prince George. I don't know why he's living in my house, and I tell him he's got to go, but he's a pub sign and you can't throw him out. So I now have Prince George, and then along came Old Hummus. I had been eating some hummus. I questioned people, should I not be eating this hummus? And suddenly we were talking about Old Hummus, and Old Hummus is probably about 120 years old, and she's one of those women who comes from somewhere between Berlin and Tehran. She belongs to the eastern part of Europe, the western part of Asia, and she's known everybody. She's possibly slept with everybody, male, female, everybody. She just knows everybody. So when people mention Winston Churchill, Roosevelt, I don't know, a famous painter, Picasso, she's known them all. Quite how she knew them, we don't really know. We don't go there. So these are my characters. And there seemed to be a moment just the other day when Acton was going to become a character, because I was going to Acton, which is a place in West London that most people try not to go to. But at the moment, Acton hasn't quite turned into a character. So there we are. These are my companions in the tweetosphere.
And they help Rosen, me. Yes.
Yes, that's right. My tweet name is Michael Rosen, yes. So come and find me there and join in and have conversations with Smiley Face and the rest of them. They've got a lot to offer.
We certainly will. Thanks, Michael, for your time.
Thank you.